Your toddler isn't being clingy. I know it feels that way, when you can't even walk to another room without the tears starting. But researchers studying early attachment found something that completely changes what those tears actually mean. What looks like your child falling apart is actually their brain doing something remarkably sophisticated. And once you see it that way, the guilt starts to lift. So what's actually going on? Your toddler isn't crying because they're weak, or spoiled, or unable to cope. They're crying because their brain just developed a skill most parents have never even heard of: object permanence. Somewhere between 8 and 18 months, toddlers start to understand that things keep existing even when they can't see them. Before that skill clicks into place, when you leave the room, you simply stop existing in their world. Afterward, they know you're still out there somewhere, they just don't know where or when you're coming back. And for a brain that's only just learned that's even possible, that uncertainty is genuinely unsettling. So the crying isn't a sign something's wrong. It's a sign something new and remarkable just switched on. Researchers call this stage separation distress, and it tends to peak between 12 and 18 months, right when most parents start to worry the most. And here's the part that actually surprised me when I dug into the research. The crying itself isn't the warning sign parents assume it is. What attachment researchers actually look at is what happens next. Does the toddler turn to their caregiver, get comforted, and settle back down? That full cycle, distress followed by comfort followed by calm, is the signature of a secure, healthy bond. It's not the tears that matter, it's what happens right after them. There's a reason for that. A toddler who cries when you leave has correctly identified you as their safe base, the person whose presence means safety and whose absence is worth noticing. That correct identification is the foundation of healthy attachment. Toddlers who barely react when a trusted caregiver leaves aren't necessarily the more secure ones. Sometimes it's the opposite. Their brain just hasn't built that same strong link between this person and safety yet. I do want to be honest about something, though. Not every case of separation crying looks the same, and some toddlers experience it intensely enough that it's worth mentioning to a pediatrician, especially if it isn't easing with consistency over time. I'm not telling you to celebrate every single tear. I'm only asking you to stop assuming the crying itself means you've done something wrong. So what do you actually do in the moment? Consistency beats comfort, every time. Don't sneak out to dodge the tears that only makes things worse, because now your toddler can't predict when you'll vanish. Instead, tell them you're going, keep it short and calm, and then actually follow through. Say, "I'll be right back," and be right back. While that object permanence is developing, your toddler is also picking up something else at the exact same time: predictability. And predictability is what eventually turns "I don't know where they went" into "they always come back." Funnily enough, the toddlers who recover the fastest from this stage are usually the ones whose caregivers are the most consistent, not the ones who simply cried the least. Their brains are very good at tracking patterns, and that's exactly the same skill that's driving the tears in the first place. The sensitivity making this hard right now is the same sensitivity that builds fast, deep trust once the pattern proves itself. Try this for a week. Next time you need to step away, say it plainly, keep your voice steady, and go. Skip the lingering, the over-explaining, the sneaking out the back door. If your toddler cries, that doesn't mean you've failed. It just means a brain that's tracking your absence correctly. And when you walk back in, you don't need a big reunion or an apology. A calm "I'm back" teaches them just as much as the goodbye did. A toddler who cries when you leave the room isn't falling apart. They're doing the early, quiet work of trusting that the people who matter come back. That belief that someone can be gone and still be coming back becomes one of the foundations of every secure relationship they'll ever build. Your toddler isn't clingy. They're learning that love is reliable. And every single time you walk out that door and walk back in, you're proving it one ordinary moment at a time. If this changed how you see those tears at the door, send it to a parent who needs to hear it. And if you want more on the real science behind your child's everyday behavior, hit subscribe. There's a lot more coming. See you in the next one.